Ska vi se. So this is where we left off last time. To Obst Hugo Neubauer, Bukivi Chief of Infantry Training. Dear I have just received the proposed training guidelines for the National Guard for the Third Reich program, which is meant to prepare children for enlistment in the Volkswache. Their offer is a certain Major Horst Koschik. I sincerely doubt, since Major Koschik has ever met a child. No one who would add items such as loading bullets into a rifle to develop coordination to a program for 5-year-olds. I firmly request that you reject this program and create a new one with the assistance of human development psychologists. They will be able to bring to bear expert knowledge of the mental and motor capabilities of children at various stages of development, and unlike Major Koschik, will have some notion of what constitutes proper pedagogy. SS transcription of recorded conversation between... Oh god, I can't even pronounce these stupid German names. MP, what in fuck's name are you cretins playing at? I still don't have any spelt. If you're under the impression that I'll wait for harvest, let me clear that up for you right now. I won't. GL, everyone suddenly lost their fucking minds over that grain. 30 times a day they call me from the Vaterland, from the Bohemian and Moravian protectorates, even from France, all ranting about some stupid wheat. Countless generations since the Middle Ages never touched the stuff, and did it seem to mind? MP, I mind. I have ordered to ensure the delivery is complete. Grain isn't a widget. I can't just churn out more. Do you think I haven't Hello, Peter. Grain isn't a widget. I just can't churn out more. Do you think I haven't been trying to find some? Write a complaint to Ministry of Agriculture. So I'm guessing he wants his beer. That's what he wants, his grain. Okay, big bombs, big bombs. Nothing here. Okay, we're gonna see a movie now. Mayhaps. Okay, I'm guessing. Okay, this is the layout of the bunker. Pretty neat. Here you can see me. No idea what this is. A lot of tech stuff, but I do love the chairs. I think we're gonna need that for my computer. Someone was playing chess. And here we have some more tech stuff. Okay, so I guess this is the bunker layout. So I'm in the middle here, I think. Or am I? No, I think I'm down here, bottom. Okay. Some type of, I guess this is the missile motor. So yeah, I can't even pronounce that. Okay. Maybe I'll open some secret door, maybe not. I need to go down in the missile room. Yep.
Huh?
Really pretty. Love the atmosphere.
Somebody help me.
What do you need?
What? Who's there?
Hey kid, calm down. There's no need to get upset.
I'm not a kid. What do you want?
Who says I want anything? You're the one that asked for help.
Who are you?
I came here to look for things to scavenge, just like you. I mean, that's why you're here, right? Oh, you can tell me.
No. I'm looking for someone.
I haven't seen anyone else here, but hey, I can help you with that. I'm in some sort of control center, so I've got a pretty good view of things. There are cameras, switches, and whatnot in here. I could help you find whoever it is you're looking for.
Henrik, jag satt den på 1620 tror jag satte den på, eller 7. Det är bara för att sätter jag högre så blir det väldigt svårt att ladda för många. Men jag kanske ska sätta den på 1920.
What do you say?
How can I trust you?
I don't know, just trust me. Somehow I got myself locked in here. So I just need you to find the control room and get me out. You help me and I help you. That is called a quid pro quo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See? We can even learn from each other on the way. So, will you help me?
Dobrze, I will help you. Tell me how.
So, I have this.
Men det är inte, alltså jag styr ju allt. Jag tror inte att du betalar Twitch för att få ut den upplösningen. Utan jag styr ju allt via Restreamer.
Web, and I think I figured it out. We are on level 2. Should be -2 if you ask me. Anyway, the room you're in is connected to a warehouse that leads to the forge. And that's where the control room should be.
And that's where you are.
That's right. Just come here and get me out before I completely lose my mind. Oh, as a gesture of goodwill, I even opened the door for you. Voila.
So, I guess I should get going.
Yep. Be careful out there.
You won't hurt me, right?
I wasn't planning to, but now you mention it. Kidding. I'm not going anywhere, so if you see a microphone, you can say hi. Or whatever.
Or whatever. Men ljud och sånt funkar bra, Henrik. Och det är rätt upplösning. Toppen. Då ska jag kolla på upplösningen sen. Jag vet om att jag råkade glömma ändra upplösningen någon gång. Och då gick inte att ladda för folk, för jag hade typ högst upplösningen. Och liksom jag har ju ändå, 3400 upplösning. Så det är bara en svart ruta. Så jag måste hitta det här optimala.
This place is made of salt. I mean the cave, not the warehouse. I figured I would entertain with some facts about this place. That might have been the only fact I know about this place. There's speakers all over the warehouse, so you'll be hearing from me.
Men det är den jag har. Men jag tror inte att jag har 1080 på. Jag tror jag har en lite lägre upplösning. Jag ska kolla upp det. Ministry of Armaments and Munitions Directive on the reclamation of materials left behind after evacuation. Gör du det? The first supplies available to colonists would be any metal, wood, or leather that can be salvaged from the trains used in the Operation Idoltachen submergence. They should thus be thoroughly stripped and their materials refurbished and put to immediate use. All colonists are reminded that by the time it is abandoned, the bunker should have produced arms and provisions for at least 2 divisions. To the extent supplies and capacities allowed, research and development work must also be undertaken on refining conventional arms and developing new weapons to ensure our victory. Okay, what's this? Huh, playing D&D. Funny.
What do you think they keep in those containers? Nothing very useful. They are still unopened. Unless they never got a chance to open them. Maybe they didn't know how? No. That couldn't be.
Let's explore around here then.
It doesn't look like you're getting out of there so easily.
I can't get through.
I can see that. I have an idea, but I need your help.
What should I do?
Do you see that crane? I think I can control it from here. But first we have to release it from that thing. Can you do something about that?
I can try.
That lever, you need to pull it.
No, the lever's there. I'm just gonna check a bit more here if I can find anything interesting. Nope. The camera is following me. Cool. Maybe I need to go down here again. Talk to him.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, this is turned off.
What are you planning to do with that rocket?
Quiet, I need to focus.
Watch out! It might blow up!
It won't blow out.
Don't!
Are you alright?
How did you know it wouldn't blow up?
I didn't.
So you risked my life?
Hey, I got you out of there, didn't I? Anyway, I don't see any cameras in there. So I'll meet you on the other side.
No big boom so far. Jesus, it's big down here. Okay, some more trains. That's where I came from up there. More rockets. Okay. started to refurbish the train, or they got shot at. Go. Yeah, you can see the scale of the location.
Dead.
Who's second in command?
Also dead. There's only a handful of us left alive, while plenty of Germans are still scattered all over the place.
We'll get them.
I know we will. I just know that there's a more efficient way of doing it.
Efficient? You're starting to sound like that.
I sound like a scientist who doesn't want unnecessary bloodshed.
So, what are you suggesting as a scientist?
I'm suggesting we turn on that computer and use it against them like we did before.
No! Out of the question.
Think about it. It can scan the area and find all of them for us.
I said no. We will no longer use their technology. You disconnected it yourself. You know what it requires to operate. How are we different from them if we can live with those consequences?
It is too late to help them anyway. And without it, it will take us weeks to find the Nazis.
Let it take months. Do not bring this up again. That's an order.
Must I remind you, I'm the reason we found this place? Who are you to order anything?
I'm first in command now.
Okay, so some type of supercomputer that mayhaps needs people to run. Sounds like a fucked up thing they would do. There has been fighting.
What happened here?
Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. No. I can't do it. Fuck. No one ever shot at me before. Few ounces of lead. A few thousand feet per second. I won't even notice. I won't even notice. A man shoots. The Lord carries the bullet. Let it be.
Seems like they got shot at a lot.
Hello? Where are you? This is the right room, isn't it?
Maybe I need this later on.
Hey, where are you?
What do you mean? I'm still here waiting for you.
I'm in the room you told me to go to.
What? That's impossible.
You must be in a different room then.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't mean to send you on a wild goose chase.
That's okay. We all make mistakes.
You're kind. I really thought it was here. It really means a lot that you trusted me. I'm sorry I disappointed you. The truth is, I don't know what's happening to me. I've been locked in here for I don't know how long, and I'm getting really scared. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you are my only hope.
Hope isn't going to help me find a way.
You're right.
What are you doing?
Just give me a second. Yes, I got it. It says here, you're in a control room, right? So you're probably talking through an EVE console.
I guess.
That machine has control over the entire area. We should be able to get access to the maps, doors, shafts, everything.
But the screen says it needs a memory tube.
Huh. I wonder what that's for. See if you can find one lying around. I'm looking it up right now. It says here that the memory tubes have something to do with the oversight system for the whole bunker. They recorded events back when the system was still working.
So we go back.
I told you, not in front of her.
He reached for his gun. What was I supposed to do?
Okay, let's see what we can do about this machine.
Hurry.
It knows we're breaking in. Sometimes it takes a moment. Let me try that again.
Didn't you say you've done this before?
I have.
I'll get used to those. We shut this thing down as soon as we have our people. So, focus.
Right.
Oh, a war up there. We need to do something.
The protocol won't let me.
Then change the fucking protocol.
We could do that. It worked.
That's exactly what we need. Keep it up.
This is the place that I took when I went through the train.
What's it doing?
You can see the stairs up in the image.
It's deciding on an outcome. But
What?
there's no reduction. It's done.
How long is it going to take before...
That was pretty horrific.
Yeah. It's like the bunker was trying to defend itself.
By any means necessary. I guess that's all war really is in the end. People killing each other in desperation. Did it end?
Did what end?
The war? Did the war end?
I think so. I don't really know.
Yeah, no one tells me anything either. So, what was it like where you came from?
There's no one out there. Everything is dead.
That's sad to hear.
So, what do we do now?
Now, I have access to the control system in this area, and I can let you out of this room. I'll study the map and try to find the central control room. Go straight through the forge. There should be a passage down there.
So I'm guessing that this kid is talking to is actually the robot. And they're using children or a child to operate it. So these brains.
So this is where all the trains were supposed to go.
To get melted down.
It's a dead end.
What?
There's no way to keep going.
According to my map, there should be a pipe there. It leads direct to the living area. Can't you see it?
So, you expect me to jump?
Listen, I wouldn't have led you here if I didn't think you could do it.
Can't you help me somehow?
Sorry, there's nothing else I can do. Now it's all up to you. You trusted me once. I just need you to trust me again. That pipe is part of the cooling system for this forge. There's a small reservoir at the end that should soften your landing. At least there should be.
Should be. You mean you aren't sure?
It's been so long since anything in here was working, it's anyone's guess if it's still there. But I'm willing to bet that it is. You said the world outside is lifeless, right?
So what?
So even though it's an empty, unforgiving place, you survived. You are a fighter. You can do it.
What will happen if I jump?
Have you ever felt helpless? Like you have no control over the things going on around you? Like you have to just accept whatever happens next? No matter how painful it is, things don't have to be like that this time. You're in control now. So, to answer your question, if you jump, at least you'll know you've done everything you can. And that's more than anyone can ask for.
Okay, I will do it. I will jump.
Everything's going to be alright, trust me. You can swim.
You can swim. That's good swim. Some alien shit. So we are in level 3 now. One level to go. Seems that the fighting never reached down here. Fuck. So this must be the residential area.
What is this place?
Really cool. Guessing that might be natural light coming in. Kind of fucking light tower. This must be like where the higher ups lived. People with money.
Siekiera motyka, my sąsiady biją się już 3 dekady. Siekiera motyka, guma ość, mam już tego pięknie dość. Siekiera motyka, rotmarza na nie odbiera święta panna. Siekiera motyka, bęben róg, wyparł się nas wszystek Bóg. Goring sobie pijesz na psa, Polak wciąż dostaje klapsa. Złupić tu już nie ma co, chodź pan z nami dziś na dno.
Okay. Why were they Polish? It feels like Polish should be like slaves or something in this scenario. This looks disturbing.
For you walk in the presence of titans. It's a memorial. They must have died in an explosion I saw in that recording.
Crazy memorial, if you ask me. I mean, if this was any other setting, it would have been pretty picturesque. But right now, it's just creepy.
anyone here?
I mean, the setting is beautiful. Effected immediately, all the cameras in the compound are to be disabled. Until the debugging of each room takes place, all the communication that pertains to matter of production, strategy, food distribution, future plans, etc., is to be conducted through written messages. For the time being, assume that all your conversations are being monitored. He's listening. It must be the computer. The child.
It always amazes me how short your memories are. I walk these corridors day after day and hear the growing whispers. What if he's right? Maybe he has a point. What if, what if? Let me remind those who have forgotten. When the Battle of the Bunker ended, we went looking for German civilian survivors. None were found alive. Must I remind you why? Because the bunker's machinery had removed them from the battlefield so they wouldn't interfere with the counter-attack, only to suffocate them in one of the unventilated hangars. Is this the kind of effectiveness we're looking for? Is that the value we put on human life? I will say it once more. No! I will never allow these machines to be turned on again.
Okay. So a ruthless machine only thinks logically. All Nazi documents are to be left untouched, despicable as they are. We will not burn them. The Nazis already burned all evidence of their atrocities on their own. We do not need to aid them. When the war finally ends, and it will end, those documents will be used to expose them and hold them to account. All the documents are now to be stored in the file room.
Hello, can you hear me? It's not working. I need to find a control room. It's locked.
And I'm guessing now I need to go to explore.
Is anyone up there?
Locked, and here you can see they removed the cameras. This can be open. Let's take a look here first. Please don't leave. I knew that others were considering leaving. I just never realized you were one of them. If you go, Dominica won't let us see each other ever again. You know that she doesn't allow any of his followers to interact with us. Is this superstitious gibberish more important to you than me? Well, obviously it is. They were playing Dungeons and Dragons again there. Pretty fun little thing. see myself. Scared? Vampire. Really cool. You can actually see here the Force Autonomy box is open. Finally, something we can read. Transcription of Richard Lassure's account. I went out mushroom picking, not that I thought I'd find any mine, but because I like wandering amongst the trees. So I stumbled upon the gnarled beech, looked up, and over by a clump of thistle I saw a white she-goat. A miracle, I thought, because there hasn't been a living creature to be found since we ate the last hen 10 years back. And lo and behold, a goat. Where could I have come from? Right away, I thought of Valis must have favored us to send a blessing like that. I walked up to it. It didn't run. It let me rope it and walked back to the settlement by my side like a dog on a leash. I went straight to the high priest to share the wonderful news. I hope it gives us milk with healing properties. Okay, it's really weird. Feels like... So I think this is 60. 1960. So they could have been here for a long time before the computer just fucked up. Dear Herr Commandant, at the request of William Streck, I have agreed to lead a talk about Agartha, Shambhala, Aryans, Atlantis, Thule, the control of parapsychic human abilities, and research on the summoning of zombie armies. Okay. He convinced me this material will provide the necessary support for the colonists. In my youth, I took a strong interest in these topics, so I shall have plenty of material to speak on. Yet we both know, I hope, that these stories are not worth a hill of beans. I am a scientist, and I know that the strength of the German nation does not come from fairy tales, but from mental fortitude and from science. Thus, when the colonists prepare for the ultimate battle, they should draw on the accomplishments of the scholars. I propose a return to a method that was tested with great success at the front, namely substance D9. This mix of cocaine, pervitin, a strong stimulant, and Eucadale, a strong painkiller, transforms common man into super soldiers. It provides a significant boost to concentration, endurance, strength, courage, and self-confidence. It also disables pain receptors while stifling hunger, thirst, and the need to sleep. It has side effects, yet in the deciding moment they are not important. Okay, so could be like the zombies, could be these super soldiers. Dear Willie, I know you do not need anyone to tell you how to do your job, but I would like to alert you to a problem. I have received reports that despite constant guidance and instructions, many people still do not understand the concept of the colony. Some fear being locked up underground, or even those left on the surface will have it better. If I were to prune away all such doubts, I would lose half the settlers. That would be strength of the colony. So I hit upon an idea. Perhaps we could, in some understanding way, share with our colonists the history of the Aryans and the Atlanteans from whom we descend. After all, if our ancestors could thrive after losing their homeland, We too can emerge from our ordeals, defeat our enemies, and bring about the rebirth of our great Germany. With your storytelling talent, this tale would surely soften the hearts of doubters and calm frayed nerves. What do you think, your friend Max? Okay, so there's a lot of comic books, movies about Germans, Indiana Jones and stuff like that, where Germans are portrayed looking into the occult. So this is a perfect example of that. Beautiful details. Any German occupier still hiding in their shelter is to be sought, but put on trial and sentenced for their crimes. That includes civilians, workers, and of course military personnel. This goes for any Polish collaborators as well. So that was this Dominic guy. I'm guessing he's like the rebellion leader.
It must be a key to the locked doors.
And we keep that. Cameras shut down. Order request. I'm writing to you again to request permission to use the Nazi technology. People are starving. We can't continue to live in the dark like this. How many more women have to suffer miscarriages before you see things clearly? I will write to you every single day until you realize that there is no other way. So I'm guessing that they got hit by like fertile stuff.
What was that?
Secret room. This was a bit more pleasant looking. This could be that singer that we follow on the train. Greta Müller, yes. Here she sat at her concerts. That door was closed. We can get in. So we will try it.
These guys look angry. They forgot about you too?
Yeah, so here you can see they're studying like ancient texts. So this could be like the Atlantean runes or something.
Processing power is at least 50,000 times greater than that of the Americans' ENIAC. Its construction employs newly discovered methods of neural communication, sustained by faint electrical impulses and the activation of normally unused parts of the Gehirns. What's Gehirns? Gehirn. Here it is. Gehirn. What? That can't be.
The plot thickens. Small control room. And we have a memory cube already put in.
Let's see if bidirectional communication is working. Clearly not. We'll have to find a workaround. What if... I know it's not ideal, but given the circumstances, this will have to do for now. I'd like you to press the button, if you can hear me. Dobrze. Let's try another experiment, shall we? As I suspected, this won't be straightforward. There's some sort of safeguard blocking my input. Now, this makes no sense. Why build a huge machine with this much computing power and then make it impossible for the operator to use it? Unless it doesn't want me to make any changes. It wants you to make them. I just tried to access the part of the system. Can you enable it? That's it. It worked. Okay, let's not waste any more time. You always said you wanted your own garden someday. What do you feel like planting? Remember, we must be careful not to overwater the crops. What's happening? We must have initiated the automated calibration cycle. It's overloading the system. Remember, we prepared for this. We need to disable some of these processes before... You have to authorize its change. I can only request them for you. Now, disable them as quickly as possible. That's it. Now for the next one. You're doing great. It's no use. That's it. We're turning it off. Jasna cholera. It won't let me. Obudź się!
Scary shit.
Is that you? Say something.
He turned it on.
Turn what on? What are you talking about?
That machine, he turned it on. I don't think he's supposed to do that.
Who cares? I haven't heard from you since that jump. Do you know how worried I was? Are you alright? Well,
I'm fine.
then why didn't you say so? Where are you? I haven't seen you on my monitors.
Lucian used to live here.
The man you've been looking for. Wait, so you found the living quarters. Good. According to my map, they are on level 3. I'll try to find you with the cameras. I don't want to lose sight of you anymore. Do you understand? We need to stay focused, okay? Please tell me you understand.
Okay.
Creepy computer is creepy. So it feels like they're using host bodies to kind of they use the brain as the CPU. The computer comes alive with the human being the connection.
Hey. My name's Eva. I thought you should know.
My name is Shimon.
Nice to meet you, Shimon. I'm sorry if I came across as cold before. After we talked, I realized how selfish it was of me to expect you to make that stupid jump. My first thought was to scream out your name to stop you, but then I realized that I don't even know what it is. So, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's all I wanted.
It's okay. Everything is fine. I will find you. And then we will figure this all out.
Thank you, Shimon.
Now for the big door.
Are you there? According to my map, this is the luxurious part of the bunker.
Really cool setting. Discover the path of the rebirth of the Third Reich. Explore the cradle of the Aryan race and the source of its power. Unravel the secrets that shall swell the ranks of our army and overwhelm our enemies on the day of reckoning. Come to the inaugural meeting at the Forschungs- und Level, led by Professor Bruno Berger, an anthropologist and member of the 1938-1939 German expedition to Tibet. During this expedition, he unearthed the mysterious underground land of Agartha and the source of the Aryan power which will now serve to defeat our enemies. So for people who don't understand what Agartha is, it's pretty much Shangri-La. It's just a different name. Discover the research whose fruits will soon allow us to wipe the enemies of the National Socialist's homeland from the face of the earth. Do not sit idle by. Come and take part in this rebirth for great Germany. La la. Let's put in this. See if we can get in here. Un café, por favor. guessing that's Müller, the singer. The photo of her.
Shimon, is that you? I can hear your footsteps.
So I need to boil something.
Oh, it's you. Why didn't you say anything before? Is there no microphone there? Whoa, this place is a mess. Wait, what's that at the end of the balcony? Who'd have thought that Poles wouldn't keep things as tidy as Germans?
Put his legs up. His kidneys are starting to fail. There is not much we can do for him now.
There is. You know that.
I'm too tired to have that discussion again.
What do you want from them? To pray their problems away? It hasn't helped them so far.
Oh, that was horrific. I don't even know what to say.
So it feels like maybe the rebellion made its way down here and then the bunker shut itself in.
I'm sorry it was such a disappointment.
It's not your fault. That's just the way things are.
Train. That's the same train model that we saw in the entrance hall. That doesn't seem too positive. There we have Miss Müller again. No devotional or ritualistic objects are permitted into shelter. You can anonymously surrender any such object in this room. If you are found with any of your possessions, you'll be charged with treason. You must must be that they got stuck with the Germans down here. So I got around that.
Symbolizes how strongly we hold to our values. Values which are not up for discussion. A storm rages on the surface. We are whipped back and forth by the gale, but our values remain unchanged. Our fathers, our mothers, our grandmothers and grandfathers, they all shed their blood for principles. Today, so too will we shed our blood. But this time, we shall conquer and seize our future.
Okay. Shaft. Dear all, when they cheated us during the food distribution, that should have been the last straw. I was naive to think they could still be reasoned with. I don't think anyone has any more doubts. We strike at noon. Remember, these people no longer resemble the people you once knew. He brainwashed them. Don't pity them. They wouldn't afford you the same kindness. Okay, the plot thickens.
Hey, I was getting lonely, so I figured I'd call you. I hope you don't mind.
Did you say your name was Eva?
Yes, that's right.
So you have the same name as that thing?
Could you please not compare me to a lifeless machine? Besides, Eva is spelled E-W-A, not E-V-E. I thought we agreed to trust each other.
I do trust you, I'm sorry.
I have an idea. Each of us says something about themselves. Something personal. I'll start. I was born in Krakow, but I spent most of my life living in a small village in the mountains. My dad is sort of a pastor. I was always really impressed by how he managed to inspire his people. But I never got to meet my mom. Your turn. Remember something personal.
The man in the picture might be my father.
Oh, so that's why you're here. You're trying to connect with him. I understand now. Thank you for telling me that. It couldn't have been easy.
I should keep going.
Right. Thanks for the chat, Shimon. Talk to you later.
So, the aesthetics is almost like bio. What was it called? That game where you're like underwater. They created a new utopia. Firewatch. Something. Okay, so here we have new. Okay, so the arrow is pointing to right. So new memory core. guessing that they're removed the memory cores, so the computer couldn't find them or something.
Can you let me out of here?
Sure, just give me a second to find you on the monitors.
I found another Eve memory tube.
We don't need to play it. The system doesn't seem to require it.
What if I want to?
Why would you want to? Has anything good come from digging up the past? So far, it's all been stories of destruction and betrayal.
I found the man I'm looking for in one of these recordings.
I'd rather you didn't waste our time with another memory tube. You know my opinion, do what you want.
I want to play it.
I can't stop you, can I?
At this rate, we should be able to leave the bunker in a couple of months. That is, if we choose. Huh? Answer it.
Lucian, we need to talk.
Well, this certainly is a surprise. To what do I owe the pleasure, Dominica?
I want to negotiate.
No. As I've already told you, the situation is simple. We split the food 3 ways. You get a third, we get a third, and the rest will be given as an offering to the gods. If it weren't for their guidance, we wouldn't have found the food to begin with. We must pay our respects.
Fine.
Fine.
We'll split the food 3 ways, but on one condition. You take down those turrets.
I'll take them down. Eventually. If you keep your end of the bargain for the next 2 months, then I'll agree to remove them. Think of it as a grace period.
If you want production to continue, then you need to take them down. Now.
The thing is, Dominica, I need you less than you might think. Come back when you've come to your senses.
Wait. Let's not make any hasty decisions. I'm sure we can come to an understanding, Lucian.
What's happening? Deactivated? She tricked us. I don't know what you're...
You'll find out soon enough. But I can promise this won't end well for you.
Find her. Get those turrets back online quickly. Show me the map. They're already on their way. They mustn't get across the bridge, do you understand? Hold them back. It's not working. We have to blow it up. We have to blow up the bridge, do you understand? There is no other way. If we don't, all of this will have been for nothing. The turrets are back online. Authorize the use of lethal force. Make sure no one's on the bridge when it explodes. What have you done? You still don't understand how any of this works, do you? I didn't want this. I didn't want any of this. You made me do this.
Big boom. So I'm guessing I'm gonna head for the bridge. Nothing much to explore in this room. Guessing I'm going down there now. So I'm actually going to pause here for today. So I think I'll stream some tomorrow if you want to join me. So thanks for today.